And we respected it that, and we got back to our community and tried to figure ways to work around it. So the point that I want to make, when it comes to lobbying, there is no games. There is really work that has to be put on at a table. You have to be prepared when you speak to a representative or to a potential runner because they know a lot before they speak to you. Things that when you start lobbying, there is keys to start lobbying, easy ways to start lobbying. There's different level of lobbying that you can start with. You can start with your own town by getting involved in Board of Educations, town councils, state representatives, town representatives. That's the lower level. With that, you're part of that community. Just being a resident of that town gives you the right to run for the Board of Education, which is the bottom level politics, but it's a start. Also, a cheap way and a good way for us in the U.S., for example, to be involved is the unions. That's where the Zionist movement started. The unions. The unions, you are already a part, you can be a part of the union by profession. You're a doctor, you can be part of the doctor unions. You're a teacher, you can be a part of the teachers unions. Now, the key element to that is to become active in that union. The unions are blue-collar people that work hard, and they have, you know, their 401ks, and they have their retirement plans, and they have their set of goals and their normal going. Okay, wrap it up.
Please,
Sure.
been informed that we have just a little
Okay.
over 15 minutes remaining. We're going to need to be
So I
brief.
just want to finalize by saying, for us in the U.S., we have to start paying more attention to the unions because it's a key element. It's easy to get involved with, and it's easy to take leadership off in that part. And again, if you are a part of the union, you become a member, you become a leader. The union has affiliation with different parties. We can get somewhere, and that's a start.
I just want to be quick because I think we got to get into the points. Before setting these messages and techniques and strategies that we have to have for lobbying and communication, it's important to know and get informed about the impressions, idea, and misinformation that has been handled all over Latin America, Europe, and every continent. I live in Guatemala, and it's a country that is very, all the news that we have and the media agenda is managed and very dominant by the United States. And sometimes those point of views are very different from realities. 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to be in Kenya, and I realized when I saw the news how many things are seen from different point of views, and the information is very different from one country to another. So whatever messages we have to make and strategies and the techniques, we have to be very aware and informed about these different point of views, and because most of the news we get is not always the reality. So we have to know what are those weaknesses and misinformation so we can give the right information.
بشكل سريع اللي بدي أقوله هو إنه إحنا طبعا مشكلتنا كبيرة مع الميديا ومع هذا معروف وما في داعي للتذكير. بس بدي أحاول إني أقول شو برأيي أنا أحد الأشياء الرئيسية اللي مفروض اليوم إنها تنعمل، وإنه حان الوقت إنه نبدأ نشتغل فيها مشان نتقدم خطوة إلى الأمام من ناحية الإعلام ومن ناحية الميديا. أكمل؟
Quickly, our problem with the media is known to. Can you hear me? Quickly, our problem with the media is known. There's no reason to go into details. I just want to talk to you about the major steps we need to take now with the media.
لاحظوا أنتم إنه خلينا نأخذ من فترة السبعينات لليوم بشكل سريع جدا. فترة السبعينات لليوم الموقف أو الخطاب، خلينا نسميه الخطاب الإسرائيلي، سيطر على الغرب بشكل كثير أقوى. يعني من السبعين إلى 2010 اللي إحنا فيها اليوم، كل يوم عن يوم كان الخطاب الإسرائيلي يربح شوي من الرأي العام الغربي. الخطاب المناصر للفلسطينيين كمان نجح وربح في أشياء اللي ما كان طبعا يعرف فيها يقدر يحصلها قبل هاي السنوات، وكثر عدد الناس اللي ساندوا الفلسطينيين وبيشتغلوا مع الفلسطينيين في كل محل في العالم، هذا ما في عليه نقاش.
Let's just look at the 70s today quickly. The Israeli message has taken over the West and has gained public opinion. Not to say that the Palestinian message hasn't. The Palestinian message has also gained ground and gained the attention of the public.
ولكن لما بنحصل النتائج من الأكيد 100% بأنه الموقف الإسرائيلي أو الخطاب الإسرائيلي استطاع أنه يربح بشكل كتير كبير، وفي عندنا أمثلة كبيرة وأنتم بتعرفوها. مثلا بالسبعينات وبالثمانينات كانت المعاداة لإسرائيل شيء معقول مقبول من قبل الرأي العام الغربي. كانت التحدث عن الصهيونية كعنصرية كان شيء مقبول. اليوم مش بس أصبح التحدث عن الصهيونية شيء غير مقبول بأن يكون عنصري.
Yet when we examine the results and what we've gained to date, the Israeli message has gained a lot. For examples from the 70s to the 80s, the equality with the Israelis was acceptable. Speaking of Zionism as racism was acceptable, yet today that message is no longer it's no longer acceptable.
بينما يعني لا مثلا اليوم استطاعت إسرائيل أنها تخلط وتدمج بشكل كامل إسرائيلي يهودي صهيوني. لما أنت بتحكي مع الغربي اليوم عن إسرائيل كأنك حكيتي عن اليهودي، وإذا حكيتي عن اليهودي كأنك حكيتي عن الصهيوني، وإذا حكيتي عن الصهيوني كأنك حكيتي عن الإسرائيلي. أصبحوا هدول استطاع الإعلام الإسرائيلي أنه يحصل هذا الدمج الخطير جدا، واللي هو يعتبر انتصار إعلامي كبير بالنسبة لإسرائيل.
Yet today Israel has merged the word Zionist and Jewish and Israeli as one word. So if you were to say any of these words, the message is that it's all one.
خلينا نلقي نظرة سريعة على الخطاب الفلسطيني. قد ما أحصل ناس من ناحية إيجابية، لم يستطيع الخطاب الفلسطيني لا في أوروبا ولا في أمريكا إلى التأثير بالقرار السياسي.
I think I missed something, but yet the Palestinian message today has no impact at all on the political message, the political decision.
We need to.
Yes,
We have
I
other
finish.
speakers who wish to speak. Can you draw it to a close very soon,
Yes.
please?
إذن في عندنا مشكلة خطاب، وأنا أعتقد أن المشكلة هي الخطاب، والخطاب الفلسطيني خطاب سيء، ويجب بناء خطاب فلسطيني اليوم اللي يكون قادر على التوجه للرأي العام الغربي بالشكل اللي يناسب هذا الرأي العام، واللي يقدر يوصل المسج. ولأنه إحنا ناقصنا مسج، يعني بحاجة إلى مسج واضحة اللي هي أبدا مش واضحة لحد اليوم. وثالثا لازم يكون في تنسيق ما بين المسج والخطاب في جميع أنحاء العالم وين إحنا ممكن نكون موجودين، نفس المسج ونفس الخطاب، وأن يكون خطاب قادر على مواجهة الخطاب الإسرائيلي، واللي هو طبعا بده شغل وبده شغل كثير، لأنه قضية الاستطاعة على أنك تحطم الخطاب الإسرائيلي قضية مش صعبة، مش سهلة.
Thus, the problem is the message. We need to build a Palestinian message that is acceptable to the West political opinion, and the message should be the same and uniform wherever we are in the world, and able to deal with all of the Israeli message. The message and the speech must be.
Shukran.